appreciate it. Winston Alexander's in the building. April Prescott's got her routine down. I am your 50th follower, April. Big shout out to Edmonton. Gerald, what's good?
What's good, Gary? Man, it's so good to see you, man. I absolutely love what you do. As everybody said, man, I've been a fan ever since watching Wine Library back in the day.
Thank you.
I am an old school
OG.
OG.
Where do you live?
I live in Charleston, South Carolina. I can spit into the Atlantic Ocean, love what I do, and love where I live. I'm a Southern boy, born and bred, man.
I love it.
Hey, man, I got a question for you, and I'll give you a little background about what I do. I'm a financial planner, and I'm an insurance broker. That's what I do. And I have a two-part question about what I do. Right now, my business has exploded. I'm not complaining about my business. My business has actually exploded since since we've been in this social distancing, because we pivoted. As you talk about for so many times, you got to be prepared to pivot. And we pivoted straight to social media. So that's what we've done. But here's my question personally. In my business, we're hyper competitive. My business is hyper competitive. It's all about the numbers. It's all about what you do. And I have a service mentality. That's just how I roll. I really don't care about how much numbers we do. I don't care about the dollars and cents, but I get reflected on by my colleagues because I'm not competitive. And it comes off oftentimes as if I'm living beneath my potential and I'm holding my team back.
You're wrong. You're listening to people that aren't wired like you.
Gotcha.
You're playing a much smarter game. They're going for fast nickels. You're going for slow dimes.
Thank you, brother. That's what I needed. And I got one more question about my business. My business is based. I don't even like to use the word sell. We actually give facts to people and let them make a decision but everybody makes a decision based on emotion.
Yes,
that's what my business is. Somebody will invest their hard-earned life savings with me because of an emotion. It's not about the number.
It's why you're winning, because you're playing on the gray and the people around you are playing in the black and white.
Gotcha. Well, here's the thing. I'm getting a lot of pushback, and a lot of my agents are coming back to me now saying, hey, if we push those emotional buttons and we push those buttons at this time, we're getting some pushback because people are saying that we're fear-mongering. And,
Look, I mean, when insurance by nature is fear-mongering.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's the nature of the beast. Like people buy 90% of things people do and buy is based on fear. How do you change it? You change a couple adjectives. You say it slightly differently. You say up front, listen, I'm sorry, but that the nature of insurance is a little bit about fear. That's just the punchline. Now let me give you the facts.
Right. I get a lot of I often get people saying that I sound a lot like you because I just give the straight facts. I'm like, look, there's nobody that's leaving here alive. So if
you mean
ever?
Ever.
No, you're not leaving here alive. So if you love this woman that's sitting next to you, then
Gerald,
quit lying to her.
I'm trying to figure it out though. I'm some real shit. Don't tell anybody, but I'm trying to live forever.
I heard you were into cryogenics, man. I heard it, but I didn't believe it.
It's not true. But the way to live forever actually is to post content for every single day at scale. Okay. That's how you actually live forever. Anyway, listen.
Hey,
I think, if I'm pitching life insurance, I'm sitting there too, and I'm looking at Mr. and Mrs. Johnson too, and I'm saying, look, you're going to die, and you probably don't want Uncle Sam to get this money. You probably want Wanda to get this money, right? I mean, it's just real talk. It's just real talk. I think that I do think it's how you deliver. I mean, look, my intuition is that you are a good salesman. You just do it differently. And I think if you feel like you might be bleeding a hair into fear mongering, it just mix it up. Listen, I've adjusted through the way I communicate always. I'm always ready to pivot. In 2008, when the economy was getting destroyed and everybody was worried, I loved the word hustle, right? right?
Yeah.
I loved it. And I
Yeah.
talked about it, and I loved it because I believe in hard work. I believe in it more than anything in the world. I believe it's controllable, and I believe it's you. That's you. You know, your chemicals, who your mama was, that's not you. Hard work is you. But then as things got fluffy and things got good and the world got good and everybody had enough money, all of a sudden in the culture, the word hustle became bad, and it led to burnout, and it led to mental unhappiness. And I was like, fuck, I need to pivot, because the context changed, and now I use the word hard work a lot more than the word hustle, though I'm not scared of it, obviously. And so that's what you may need to do. You may need to tweak it so it doesn't feel like you're trying to scare Mr. Jones into it. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm living that. I'm living that around my favorite thing in the world, which is hard work. And guess what? Hard work and hustle is about to get popular again, because 7 million people went for unemployment last week. Like, you know.
You are right. I swear it is. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my man.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much. Team Gary V, I really like that clip. Let's get that clip expedited. That's slow dimes versus fast nickels. I see it every day. You know, I live that life that Gerald's living. I get so many people that are like, you're leaving so much money on the table. You're leaving so much money. Do this. It's back to the theme of this episode. You know, I'd rather be happy than have more money. And by the way, the happier you are and the more you're doing yourself, you have a funny way of ending up with more money in the end than the people that are just doing it for the fucking cash. Dropping fucking gems this morning, Dustin, and Twitter's saying it. There is so much going on. Natalie Pinder sharing it, and I got to give her some love. You share the Twitter feed, you're getting some automatic. Lucy Hughes says this is the best type of tea, and I agree. Gina, what is good? How are you, Gina?
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay. So my original question was, I'm an artist, so I'm a commercial artist. I built my business around creativity and creating, and I have a passion for art, and I have a passion for expressing myself creatively. I've always done that, but also I have a real big passion for people, and I love helping people. So you know, we found like a perfect way to kind of blend the two. Well, so as much as I love doing what I do, and I mean, I love it, it's because I know, and this is a perfect episode for me to be on, because you mentioned, you know, it's all about happiness, because I am, you know.
That's all. I'm so happy, Gina. Gina, you won. Well, Gina, listen to me. I've lived a life that has taken me to a place where I know a lot of very wealthy people, and 95% of them are super sad.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Who wants that? Why do you want to be sad? Like, you want to have a Bentley and a mansion and be sad and like cry in your like. And people, every time I bring up anything like this, the comments go crazy. Like, fuck it, I'll take a Bentley. You know, like, you know, and people just think things bring happiness. They're so fucking confused.
Well, I think so. Right. So then, how do we? So we connect with a lot of people. You know, our client, we have a wide range of clients, and we work with small businesses, and because I love the whole mentality of somebody kind of diving in and starting a business and, you know, what they'd love to do. So, and then we also have larger scale clients, you know, where we do kind of like this creative, like lifestyle creative direction. So if somebody hires us to, let's say, decorate their home or something, right? You know, and then they'll see, because I really can read what a person does, and I understand his aesthetic. And
you have the emotional intelligence.
Okay,
the creative intelligence.
So that transcends, right? So then we do a bunch of other stuff. We'll help them with Instagram content, you know, social media content, and all this other stuff. But here's my question is, I love doing it so much. Okay, how do I? And I also understand that I'm always going to be full of ideas, and I understand the whole premise of abundance. How do I charge somebody, and how do I know how to charge, right? I know how to, but sometimes I feel like, shit, I don't think I'm charging enough. I don't want to be taken advantage of.
You're not being taken advantage of. You're the one who was in control. I hate when people do this. They're like, Gary, I'm being taken advantage of.
I even hate
Gina,
that question.
No, I love you for it, and I'm compassionate to it. I hate it because I love people so much. I don't want them to beat themselves up. How can you be taken advantage of when you fucking quoted the price?
I know.
You're not being taken advantage of. You just don't have a pricing strategy that you feel comfortable with yet. People make this fucking, everybody makes it a fucking soap opera and some fucking Melrose Place and Dynasty shit. Like, this is like, you're not being taken advantage of by Rick. You said $280. He paid me $280. You said $5,000 an hour. He paid me $5,000 an hour. It's a very simple game.
No, right. I guess it's like when people try to negotiate, it's like, this is how you came to me.
No. Negotiating is fair. You need to have the fucking balls to walk away and say no.
I do. Well, I think I do.
People negotiate with me all the time. I'm like, no. Gary V, I'm not paying $150,000 for you to give this speech. I got $70K for you. I'm like, no.
Right.
But $70K to give a speech is so much. I'm like, I don't want it. I'm going to stay home and work. I'm going to go to the Jets. I'm like, what? Like negotiating. Don't be mad for somebody to negotiate. Don't be mad at them for negotiating. You said 5,000. They said 3,000. Like, you're more than welcome to take 4,000 because that's what they alluded to when they said 3,000. Sure. Or you can say, Mr. Smith, I love you very much. I'm going to now go talk to Jane because I have a list of people that want to work with me, and I'm not taking less than 5,000. And very honestly, I'm about to make it 5,500 if you sit on it too long.
Right.
You just have to negotiate better.
I know. I think there have been
Gina, let's stay here. If you've got the stomach to walk, you win.
Yeah.
Nobody takes advantage of you when you say yes for the money. It means that you made a decision that it was worth your time at this moment to take less than what you ideologically made. Let's just play it out again. What I'm worth, I'm getting taken advantage of. Well, why aren't you worth 6,000 instead of 5,000 or 7,000 or 8,000? The way I grew VaynerMedia and my speaking career was to ask for more every single time, and then eventually you get 8 no's in a row and you're like, okay, fuck it. I might not be worth, maybe I'm not worth, but you've got to be comfortable with that game, and you got to be comfortable to walk and call people's bluff. I played a lot of games where I was like willing to walk, but I was close. Like, I want 130. They want to pay me 110, and I'm holding and I walk, and they also walk, and I'm like, fuck, I probably did want to take the 110. Like, you take some L's along the way, but that's the game.
So how do you transcend that, right? Like, that's fine. I'm okay. I understand. I do have the stomach to take some losses, which I do. I absolutely do. But then how, this is another part, because that was my original question. And that was a few days ago. And then I kind of watched you and I heard you talk, and I was like, well, I know the answer, already, but how do I, because I believe, I know that I'm really gifted, right? And in talking to people and in expressing their vision, and how do I myself personally, and also within my company, which is just a creative collective between myself and my friend Jenna, she's an excellent artist too. How do we take what we're doing and transcend it? Like, we do some really cool stuff.
What does transcend mean? Do you mean get people coming to you instead of you going to them?
Not necessarily.
So what does transcend mean?
Okay, I'm saying, like, so we do some really cool art installations, locally. Like, we live in Miami. We're both from Cleveland, Ohio originally, but we live in Miami, Florida. So we've done some cool stuff there, but it's like, it's cool, but how do I think both of our personalities and both of our passions for art and
become more famous so people really want you and pay you more to do installations? I just want to define transcend.
Sure.
I need to know what the fuck that means.
Okay. Yes, that's true. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. How much content are you making?
We should be making more. But we make really beautiful, great content.
I don't give a fuck. I need you to post 4, 7, 13, 23 times a day across 5 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Like, it's called the internet.
I know. Especially
it's called social media.
Yeah.
Not especially. It's been going on, but yes, fine. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's forever. It matters more every single day. There used to be real models, then they became Instagram models. There used to be real comedians, now there's Instagram comedians.
Right.
Like, this fucking ship has sailed.
Mm-hmm.
You have to post fucking content. And then eventually one fucking right person sees your installation in fucking Berlin while they're going through their Explore page, and they're like, this is fucking fresh. They DM you and your life changes. I do not understand why people don't understand this game, because they're insecure when they post something that gets 87 likes, and they're like, I might fuck up. Like, people are overthinking
I don't
shit.
care about, no, I'm not
Good.
really.
So fucking post.
I know.
Good. Good news.
Just gotta post.
Gina, I'm super pumped. You got the stomach for negotiation. You don't care. So good. You're set. Go fucking do.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was some like Cleveland, Jersey shit. That was some East Coast. That was an East Coast conversation. You know? That was definitely an East Coast conversation. That wasn't some Malibu fucking, healthy tea shit. That was some fucking dirty tea in Jersey and Cleveland shit. I liked it. That's how I like to fucking go sometimes. Mm-hmm. Clayton, what's good?
Good, man. How are you?
Really well. Where you at?
Oakville, Ontario, Canada, about 25 miles outside Toronto.
Let's go.
First of all, thank you so much for all that you do, man. Honestly, you've been a huge inspiration, motivator.
Thank you.
It's been about 3 or 4 years since I started listening to you.
Thank you so much, Clayton.
Yeah, of course. I'm in a wheelchair with muscular dystrophy, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Keep
Yeah,
grinding.
I love you. I love you for that mindset.
So,
Clayton, Clayton, it's so funny. I apologize for interrupting you, but you just motivated me so much, because I know 10,000 people are watching right now, and they're sitting there worried about dumb shit, and just your fucking mindset on such, that's a tough hand. And for you to be able to, I said to my mom and dad this morning before I went on the show, I said, life is about what you look at. Like, life is about perspective. Life is completely based on what you're looking for. You find what you're looking for. If you're looking for happiness and optimism, it's there. If you're looking for negativity and pessimism, it's there. Somebody literally right before you came on complained that they can't go to the gym that they're used to, or get their favorite coffee shop. And like, I just appreciate you, bro. I really do.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I did a social media marketing course, just a basic one, just to get, my feet on the ground. Mind the puns, since I'm in a chair. But anyway, just get the wheels rolling, right? And
Yep.
I want to start a blog. I'm currently in the process of getting guests, whatnot. I want to do a blog where I interview, athletes, musicians, other disabled people, and get their perspective on, what they've done with charities, what they've done with people with disabilities. And
yes,
I'm just wondering, how do you recommend that I make the interviews interesting, instead of, I don't want to go like news anchor path and just be boring as fuck. I want
ask fucking interesting questions. Start it. Now I come to your show. I know what you're about. I know what this show's about. And your opening question is about the first, let's say it's a 44-year-old athlete, and you ask them, who'd you think was hotter, Cindy Crawford or Jessica Rabbit, right?
Right.
You ask them what their favorite, who their favorite athlete is and why, and you dig in. Like, interesting as fuck is completely based on the interviewer. It's based on your creativity.
Right.
How do I recommend you do it? Ask questions that most people don't ask, while asking the 4 or 5 questions you need to ask. That's it. It's some left field shit. I'm an interesting interviewer. I bug the shit out of people because I interrupt so much, but I already know what I know what the person's saying, and I'm trying to move it. So, like, some people hate it, but one thing that I've noticed is there's a big undertone of people that love it, because a lot of people that I have on have done 87 other podcasts, and they've heard all the same shit. But when they come on my show, I'm throwing such little fucking curveballs, jumping in, interrupting, that I'm getting some new shit from them. So that's why I'm an interesting interviewer. But a lot of people hate it because I'm interrupting, and they wanted to hear that person's thought because they didn't understand where they were going. I respect that. That's who I am as an interviewer. Clayton, you need to be yourself as an interviewer. You want to be more interesting? Think of interesting questions. Do research.
Right. Because I took journalism way back. I took it. I didn't really like the whole background of journalism. Like, they're just telling you what their platform wants you to tell them. And I want to go my own way and just, make it interesting. I don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah,
You know
I get
what
it.
I mean?
Of course. Well, school tells you. I mean, that, bro.
Yeah, and I went through a bad breakup. I was depressed for a few years, but then when I discovered you 3 years ago, you were just like, fuck it, go for it, do it. Like you just need to start posting. You don't know. People always assume that they're going to be shit at something or they won't get followers. It's not about
people
that.
say no. People say no. I just say yes to everything. Everybody loves no. No's safe. It takes courage to be in the yes game.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I've been spamming everybody. Like, I messaged Justin Bieber, for God's sake. Like, I want to get some interesting people on there. And
good for you.
The worst thing that can happen is they don't respond. Like, 100%. What the hell?
Let me give you a good piece of advice if you're going through DMs. Really pay attention to their last 5 or 6 posts, see what they're up to, and try to start the conversation with something that brings them value versus brings you value. When people are like, yo, Gary V, be on my show, when they've got 4 listeners, I'm in charity mode. And ironically, I love doing that shit. And I've done a lot. A couple years ago, I actually did a fucking podcast every day for the year just to put people on. I still say yes to small things, but look at their profile and try to figure out something of their value.
Right. And that's just it. That's what you focus on, right?
Yeah. If you bring value in the opening DM, you've got a much better shot than just Control-C, Control-V. Do you want to be on my podcast? That's right. That's the lazy way out. Spending 3 minutes on somebody is way better than 3 seconds when you're trying to get somebody who's fucking up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And what would your recommendation be? Like, I'm thinking IGTV, but I've made a Twitter, I've made a Facebook.
IGTV is very good. You'll have a bigger audience there. I think IGTV is a good start. Don't overthink distribution.
Posting it on YouTube too probably is not the worst city either, right? Just go for it.
I want the content everywhere. You start at one hub, then you strip the video from IGTV, and then you fucking post it everywhere.
Right. Okay.
And just make it contextual. Awesome, brother. I wish you well.
All right. Thanks so much, Gary. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Later.
Some good stuff. Seba, thank you so much. Let's go. Dallas Barnes. Clayton, if you're still watching, Dallas Barnes is in my Twitter feed talking that he also has muscular dystrophy, so wanted to connect with you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
How are you? Maggie Solomon.
Maggie, it's such a pleasure. Where are you from?
South Florida.
Very nice. What's good?
Originally from Jersey. So all that Jersey talk. Well, my family's all in Morris Plains, Morristown area. I'm from Flemington. Been there.
Oh, I went to North Hunterdon High School.
No way. I went to Hunterdon Central.
I know, rival. I'm very angry at you. For everybody who's watching, literally on this one little highway in rural New Jersey, it's like 11 minutes away, our high school. So pretty cool. Go ahead, Meg.
That's awesome. So I have actually been very successful in my career. I have been in healthcare IT since I graduated college. And I always say healthcare IT is, when we're in a recession, healthcare is constantly booming. But, and financially, it's always been well. But I have always had a passion. A little bit about my background is that my mom introduced me to Tony Robbins when I was in 5th grade. I mean, I was listening to that stuff always, she made me believe I could fly. Yeah. I mean, but it wasn't just motivation. It was believing it and feeling it. And, I'm very big on energy. It's huge on energy. So I have been meditating lately, and I have found that, I like my job. I love my job. I like what I do. I'm really good at it, but it's not my purpose. And I know my purpose is, I feel like I have a voice. And I need to be utilizing it, and I need to do something with it. And the voice is getting louder.
Good news. Tony back in the day needed money to run all those infomercials to build his brand in the 80s, right? We have something called the internet, and it's free.
But I don't know where to start. So I feel that
anywhere.
Something that I'm really passionate about speaking about is I feel like we inherit limiting beliefs. And that's something people inherit. And so, but it's mind boggling when I see parents and the way they talk to their kids, and there's no one no one educating these kids on how they can transform their lives. And I feel like that's something that when I'm able to tap into someone.
Ready? You ready?
Yep.
Hang up here, go start a TikTok account, and spit your truth for a minute and post it.
Do you feel that, I mean, so I don't know if I'm my own limiting beliefs are getting in the way.
Of course it is. Of course. This is like the funniest meta conversation of all time, Maggie. You're telling everybody else the problem. You're in it right this second.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm like happy because I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. Like I was watching you walk down this path. I'm like, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to jump out and be like, boom. You know, like, yes, what you're asking everybody else to do is what you're struggling with. You're worried about the judgment of that post.
Yeah.
That's why you've been playing it so safe. That fucking feeling's been inside of you. You didn't fucking meditate that out in the last month. You've been thinking this shit from the get.
Well, because social media has always been something I haven't posted like personal things. I've always kept my social media private. And so I know.
Playing it safe. Social media is no different than your fucking IT job. You've been playing it fucking safe, Maggie.
So how do you, is it TikTok or do you use LinkedIn? And how do you separate that from your personal, like your job? You know, I'm a working professional and, you know.
I'm a professional too. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, it's not like you're going to be making fucking naked videos. You're going to fucking talk good shit. It's not like that. Oh, you're going to walk in and be like, Mr. Jones, your boss, and be like, Maggie, I didn't like you trying to inspire those kids on TikTok. It's not, what are you giving away secrets and social security numbers? Like,
so someone who was.
You have an ideology. You have an ideology of a professional that you need to break as well.
Yeah. Well, that I've been working on myself, but something that a keynote speaker here in South Florida, she's pretty big, and one thing she told me was find someone who's doing what you want to be doing and go to the top, go to the best. You know, I'm still waiting for Oprah Winfrey to call me back, but go to the best and have them mentor you. But I don't know if that's
fuck that. Have the world mentor you. You don't need a mentor. You need to make a fucking video. Don't pay somebody fucking $40,000 to give you courage. I'm going to give it to you right now for free.
All right.
Maggie, this is, you remember when you were like scared to like have your first kiss or to swim or to ride a bike or to take the SATs? This is all the same shit. Just do. What's going to happen? Make a fucking Instagram video and make a fucking TikTok video and be like, kids, I'm Maggie. I've been seeing a lot of shit. Here's what I see. Parents are saying no. I think it's yes. Next. I made fucking hundreds of videos before anybody gave a fuck.
Good talk.
Thank
you so much.
You're welcome.
And I wish you continued abundance and success. I really do, from the bottom of my heart.
Maggie.
God bless you.
Talk to you soon. God bless you too.
Take care.
This is a fucking good day. These Jersey girls get me going. You know, Jersey, Ohio, I love this shit. I fucking really get into it. Sean Smith, it is better late than never. Boom. Atlantic City, New Jersey, you were in the mix. Thank you, Peter, for saying what you just said. I like being generous, and I appreciate it. John, what's good? I hear your audio, but I don't see your video. Now I see it. Now I see it, John. Good morning, John. How are you?
How you doing? Not too bad.
Really good.
So the other day you were talking about not to put up facades and be the real you. So my question was, what if you are the real you 110% of the time, and that's why people maybe people don't want to work with you because of who you are?
Then maybe you want to change and actually work on it. Like no different than physical or mental. Like I've made changes. I've had to become more radically. I've had to be more candorous, John, because people love working with me because I kept in all my negative feelings about them for 20 years and I wouldn't share. And then I would just stun them and fire them. And then they would be really mad at me like, oh fuck, wait a minute, I'm fucking this up. So I've had to change. I've been better. And it's still a work in progress for me, but I've been better at giving negative feedback because I love positivity and all that shit. On the flip side, I watched my dad, who was very difficult on his employees. After I came in and showed a different map, he evolved. I listened to him talking to an employee last night on the phone, and the way he talked, I'm like, well, that, you know, my mom even said it to him because I was listening. She's like, you're starting to sound like Gary. He's like, He taught me. Like, being your authentic self is amazing. But if your authentic self is not kind or is condescending or is in general half glass empty or scared, it's going to rub people the wrong way. And that becomes a game of you now starting to work on oneself, which is amazing.
Yeah. I think that over the years I have evolved into the person
I'm sure
that I
you
am
have.
now.
I'm sure you have.
Back in the day, I was a lot worse, and I live in a smaller community. That's why this has been an issue, is because everybody knows about it.
Reputation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, like I said, I have evolved. I'm a professional tattoo artist, so it's all local. All my business is local, So that kind of it's kind of a problem.
I like where you're going. I can give you some real shit. If I'm honestly, bro, I'm not joking. I'm getting the goosebumps. I'm telling you right now. This is now almost 2 weeks of this show. This might be my favorite one. John, listen to me carefully. If you make a Facebook and Instagram, Twitter video, you can put them all on the same platforms, and you literally make a 1-minute video or 5-minute video and put it on YouTube and Twitter and what have you, or IGTV, and you literally say, what's the town's name?
I'm in Hibbing, Minnesota.
Hibbing?
Hibbing, yep.
I'm not even joking. Hibbing, what's good? It's John. Listen, whether it's the quarantine, whether it's just been this was the inevitable end of this road, whether it was me talking to my guy Gary B last week, I'm making this video. Couple things. I'm fucking sorry about some stuff in the past. I'm fucking grown up now. Like that dumb shit I did 3 years ago to Uncle John, I fucked up. I was in a bad place. My childhood put me in a place where I was insecure. I was scared, but I'm evolving, and I want you to know that. And I'm putting this fucking flag in the ground to say, listen, you guys know, Hibbing, in a small town, we all have our reps. Everybody knows everything. But I'm putting this flag in the ground right now to change that. I want to be different. I have become different. I have a lot of regrets and sorries I want to put out there, but today's a fresh day, and I'm not living backwards. I can't dwell. I'm going forward, and I just want you to know that. So if you see me in the supermarket, if you see me in the restaurant, or if you're scared to come in here because you don't want to deal with some of the bullshit that I was about in the past, it's a fucking fresh slate, please. And so thank you. I hope I see you. I also will go out of my way if I see you at the coffee shop and say what's up. It's a fresh day. We need so much more positivity in the world, and I'm fucking starting that for me now. I hope this inspires some of you to do this as well. There's nothing more powerful than saying I'm sorry and I'm ready for a change. Make that video and your whole fucking life will be different.
I dig it. Awesome.
John, I'm telling you right now, you drop that, and the deeper truth you go. You notice how in my little make pretend video I said something about Uncle John, or like if there's something specific, like I'm serious about this, bro. Having the humility and the courage to make the video I just said is a game changer of happiness for you and everybody around you.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm a little nervous, like even right now. I don't like being.
Look, it's scary. It's scary. I love that.
Yeah. So I re-geared because the same day I was thinking about this shit, I was like, all right, well, what the fuck am I going to do about this, So I decided, well, I'm going to re-gear. I got this fucking time on my hands, so I went out to my garage, I cleaned it out, and now I'm building a paint booth so I can start painting motorcycles and shit, just a side.
That shit.
We'll keep going,
You're clearly a very talented.
You got to do something, right?
Yeah, and you're clearly a very talented, creative dude with your hands and your mind. It's fucking fresh. John, listen to me. We're all evolving. We all have regrets. We all have sorries. You have the courage to make that video. It's game-changing.
I'll do it.
I kind of think you might. That's why I think I got the goosebumps. I kind of knew what I needed to say.
I'll do it. Yeah.
And I kind of, bro, please hit me up because I don't think you understand after you do this how much. Right. I could sense your humanity and kindness. I think you have regrets, and I think when you get that out, you're gonna be fucking happy, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Hey, could I say one more thing?
You can.
There was a fella on here. You told him to create a logo. If he's still watching, I'd like him to
come to my Instagram. Guy.
Yes. Come to my Instagram, Grot132, and I'll hook you up.
GROT132.
Got it.
Grot132. Everybody's watching right now. Go on Instagram, go to his latest post, go to Grot132, and go encourage him to make this fucking video and require it to be on his Instagram within the next, I'll give him 48 hours. Go push my man here. Let's go push Johnny Grot. Grot132. Go on there right now, Vayner Nation, and pressure this man. See ya.
Thank you.
It's a good one, Dustin. It's a good show. Big shout out to Reddit for the small community that's watching there. We're testing that out. Big shout out to the First in Line group. Love it. Michael, what's good?
Another day in paradise.
I agree.
How you doing today, man?
Really well, man. What can I answer for you?
So I'm down here in Virginia, Culpeper, Virginia. So kind of a small town, about 60,000 people, and I own a CrossFit boutique gym.
Understood.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that we do, and a lot of owners just in this kind of market tend to rely on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, things like that.
Yes.
With me being a local gym, the audience that I'm able to reach is kind of tapped out. I wouldn't say it's tapped out. There's always room for.
I get it. It's definitely not tapped out, but I get it.
Yeah. So a lot of what's happened over this past year is we got a massive Planet Fitness coming in. We got Gold's Gym, and then we got a local backed gym as well.
So supply and demand, right? Now there's more gyms. There's only so many people in the area. Now it's gotten tighter. Understood. Plus, CrossFit itself has evolved from a super hot brand, 8-10 years ago to probably a more leveled, played out. It's not in its white hot moment.
Correct. Yeah. So now, while these guys aren't my direct competitors, right, they still saturate the market with, with advertising and billboards, and they've got millions of dollars to just dump and throw money at advertising and mailboxes, which I don't. So when I spend
the good news is they don't. I know enough about Planet Fitness and Gold's. They don't. They have enough money when they first come in to drop some real money to establish, but that will tail off as well. But keep going.
So my main concern is I have money that I could probably do flyers and I could put yard sale signs and things like that. But for me to dump my money on a kind of a hope, right? Hope this works. And I know social media works, right? And we get the biggest bang in return for our buck. But I'm looking at, this year, especially in 2020, I need more ground marketing. So I've got to figure out the best.
So real quick. You know how somebody comes to CrossFit and it's a pretty intense framework. You know how some people are better at it than others? They're just better form. Know how to keep themselves not from getting hurt, have better intensity, better mindset, right? You've seen a lot of people come through, right? I'm going to say this right now. You need to hear this. If you do Facebook marketing, 800 different pictures in a small town, 60,000, 800 different pictures, 800 different targets. Do you understand that if you made a Facebook ad that said, are you 42 to 44 years old, and you targeted people in your town that are 42 to 44 years old, and then you made a piece of content about something that made sense, that would crush any fucking yard sale, direct mail, local billboard. There's no better platform in the world, local marketing, than Facebook. The difference is I'm the best person in the CrossFit gym in doing that, and you're not there yet, and I want to get you there.
Gotcha.
Listen to me. On a town of 60,000 people, I think you need 100 to 200 different pictures and videos to run ads for in your town. Can you imagine? Right now, Michael, every single person that's in the same situation as you watching saying, oh, fuck, I only have one ad I run. They treat Facebook like a fucking direct mail piece or a billboard or a TV commercial or a radio spot. They don't use the platform properly. You know how people say to you, oh, fucking CrossFit, everyone gets hurt. You're like, not if you do it right.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm telling you the same shit right now with marketing.
Gotcha.
If you put an African-American man and woman in the video and target African-Americans in your town, it's going to convert better. If you put in University of Virginia fucking T-shirt in there and target that for alums of UV and then VT for Virginia, do you understand?
Yeah, and I think that's what I've been doing. So we've been doing right and telling stories and spot focusing certain people.
Organic.
But what I haven't done, and I've realized this year, is I haven't targeted specific markets like you were talking about, and I realized it.
Let me give you an example. Give me a town that so you got this big town, but then give me a town or a subsection or the hills. Give me like a verbiage of a little subsection that you'd love to get more customers from because it's a little further away or it's high net worth. Give me something.
Are you looking for results? Can't find them in your
I
town?
I apologize. Tell me the town. Like, give me the actual name.
Yeah, probably Madison, Virginia.
Madison.
Yeah.
So what's really important, this is now a lesson for everybody, is the first 3 seconds of the video. Yeah. So here's my thing. Madison, it's me, Michael. First of all, big ups. Hope everybody's good. By the way, every time I'm down the block in Madison, I go into Joe's Cheese Steakhouse. That fucking shit is crazy. Maybe not fucking. That stuff is crazy. By the way, Madison, listen to me. My name's Michael. I own this, right? This CrossFit, the corporate, come in, say hello to me. Like, come in, like, Next. Yeah. Next. Ready? Watch this. Madison. It's me, Michael. Big shout out to all the UVM, Virginia Tech, Virginia Union alum. Come through, walk in, look for me in the gym and say Virginia Union, and the first month of my gym is free. Don't tell the University of Virginia. Virginia, do shit.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the thing. I haven't been direct targeting. So, I mean,
guess what? That means ready? Yeah. What you've been doing with organic is like not using your legs when you're fucking trying to do a squat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just using my arm. You're fucking doing it wrong.
Gotcha.
Facebook is yeah, man, I'm excited. This energy is, I'm excited for you. You're going to be you're going to be like, there's going to be a fucking poster of me in your fucking gym once you figure this out.
Dude, I'll blow it up, man. We'll have your big face right when you walk in.
Facebook and Instagram, local targeting, contextual targeting, tons of different creative towards the micro targets will change your life. Little interesting things like come in, find me in the gym, say Virginia Union first month, little shit like that. Do you serve any beverages or drinks or anything like that? Like,
just local, like recovery drinks, things like that.
Love that. You make an ad and say, listen, you come in, you find me, you say that you saw this on Facebook, you find me when you sign up. I'm always there. Maybe you're not, maybe you are, or you find the manager. I don't know the details. And you say that you saw this on Facebook when you sign up for the membership, and all our recovery drinks for the first month free. Like, just do shit. Hustle.
Yeah, that's money.
I'm telling you, brother, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People are funny. People drive to Wine Library for a free piece of bread that's fucking 19 cents from 31 minutes away because some people are just wired to love free. People are literally going to be right next door to Gold's Gym, see your shit on Facebook, and literally sign up for a 1-year membership with you because they got fucking 7 fucking energy drinks for free.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of hard is I don't want the clientele that wants $20 a month and free, right? So it's been kind of hard.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. I think that you shouldn't say no for the other people. You may say to me, Gary, they're the exact same person that cancels after a month. I say, I respect that. But if you get 1 month out of them for a $13 Facebook ad, and you see where I'm going, brother? And by the way, you said, I like how you reacted. Yeah. It's all about how much it costs to get them in. If it costs you $1,000 and they quit after a month, you're fucked. If it costs you $13 because Facebook's a fucking beast and now you're using it right, and then the first fucking month they pay you back and you're almost house money at that point, you're going to change your fucking tune.
Yeah. Money by numbers, right?
That's right.
All right, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye. You got it. Man, we're dropping some serious knowledge, Dustin. I mean, we just did a fucking local. There are literally people that sell bullshit Facebook local business courses for fucking $200 that just got clowned on in that 4.5 minutes of fucking rant. Clowned on. Let's go. Jessica, what's good?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening.
It's happening.
I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Gary, thank you first and foremost. I came across your content. It wasn't even your content, actually. I was listening to Breakfast Club 1051. You were talking about your 400 trillion to 1. And I was literally like sitting in my car, and I was pregnant with my third baby. I have 4 kids, a dog, thank you, and my fabulous husband who like supports me in everything I do. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm gonna cry. And so I'm sitting there and
I'm going off on Breakfast Club. I'm like,
you are totally like hitting it. And I'm like, yes, Gary, yes, I can't keep doing this shit anymore. What I was doing at the time, I was a court reporter for 5 years. And then I did cart providing for the last 2. So I basically captioned for the deaf and hearing impaired students at a school in New Jersey. And I absolutely like loved being around the kids, loved what I did, but we ended up moving further away, and it was just like, it just didn't work out. Yes. So at the time that I'm listening to you on the radio, I'm like, yes, I want to do something else. I want to do something different. And I had my uncle who's in real estate, and I saw how busy his business was and how much he did in a day. So I was like, hey, let me be your virtual assistant. I kind of made that my side hustle. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go to, I'm going to cart provide during the day, and then I'll virtual assist him, in the afternoon and at night. And I did that, and I'm still doing that, but I also started dabbling in like social media and that whole realm. And I really do enjoy the social media aspect of things and like building people's content and stuff like that. But I like totally resonated with, I believe like Amanda was her name. She was on maybe like 2 days ago, and you were like, oh, you're like a Renaissance woman. And I was like, oh my God, this is so me. I have like so many different passions, I feel like, and so many different things that I want to do. And I'm like, not sure. You always talk about happiness.